What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Today we got to talk about New Edition. Iconic, legendary, generational. They just had a street named after them in Roxbury. The same Roxbury where it all started. Boston, Massachusetts. 5 boys from the block plus 1 from the DMV. Ralph Tresvant, Bobby Brown, Ricky Bell, Michael Bivins, Ronnie DeVoe, and eventually Johnny Gill. The blueprint for modern R&B. The standard bearers for boy groups.
Thing to it, right? We are talking about New Edition. The men from Roxbury have garnered so much success and community impact over the years. So much so that the city of Boston has dubbed today New Edition Day. We are bringing you a live look at the area where they're going to have a street renamed after them. It's going to be a huge block party and renaming later today. Our NBC 10's Latoya Edwards spoke with the 2 members about this huge honor.
What was your favorite song?
For me, it would have to be Candy Girl. I was going to Madison Park High School. At that time, I was 15 years old in the 9th grade. And wow, yeah, I'll never forget that. Standing in my living room, hearing Candy Girl for the first time.
Candy Girl was the first song of legendary Boston group New Edition. The song skyrocketed to #1, even surpassing Michael Jackson's Beat It in 1983, launching 42 years of multi-platinum music success from members Ricky Bell, Bobby Brown, Ralph Tresvant, Mike Bivins, Ronnie DeVoe, and later Johnny Gill.
Looking back over our lives, it's a lot of hard work and dedication that has been put in here for the fans.
On August 30th, the city of Boston will host New Edition Day events and rename the corner of Ambrose and Albany Streets in Roxbury in honor of the group born out of the hard-scrabble Orchard Park neighborhood.
That's just so significant to know that generations to come will be able to visit this place, this street, and see exactly where it all started at for us.
Talk about the chemistry and the brotherhood of being a New Edition.
We've gone through so much together. We've, through so much adversity, like within the entertainment business itself and even internally with each other. And we've survived a lot of battles and we've grown closer because of those things.
The story starts with Bobby Brown, just a kid from Roxbury with big dreams. Him and his friends form a group. Local talent shows turned that into a buzz. Brooke Payne discovered them and convinced Maurice Starr to take a chance. That led to the hit song Candy Girl, the song that changed their lives forever. Candy Girl was their introduction, a song that made every young black girl feel special. They were just teenagers, but they became superstars overnight. But fame ain't free, and success always brings pressure. They faced bad business deals, management issues, financial struggles, but they kept going. The music kept hitting. Songs like Mr. Telephone Man, Cool It Now. These songs were the soundtrack to our childhood. These songs took over black radio. But then came the conflicts, tension inside the group. Bobby Brown had too much fire and too much charisma. He wanted to shine on his own, and he eventually left. That was a shock to the culture, but New Edition kept going. They brought in Johnny Gill, and the sound got stronger. With Ralph's smooth voice and Johnny's powerful range, New Edition showed that they were more than a teen act. They were real men making grown music. Now let's talk about Bobby. When he went solo, he changed the game. My prerogative. Everybody remembers that. Bobby Brown was the bad boy of R&B. He embraced hip-hop before it was common in R&B, and he sold millions of records and became a superstar on his own. And then you got Bell Biv DeVoe, one of the greatest spin-off groups in music history. They brought hip-hop into R&B like nobody else with Poison, a timeless anthem that still rocks the clubs today. BBD kept the legacy alive and proved that New Edition members could stand on their own. And let's not forget Ralph. His solo album showed he could hold his own. And Johnny Gill, songs like My proved he was a powerhouse. Every member had success. Every member left a mark. That's why Charlamagne was right. New Edition is the Wu-Tang Clan of R&B. They shine individually, but together, they're untouchable. When they come together, it's magic. Let's talk about the consequences of success. Drug use, betrayal, the pressure of fame. These were young men dealing with grown man problems, and sometimes they fell short. Bobby Brown had his issues, but he survived. The rest of the group mostly stayed solid. They showed discipline, even when the temptation was everywhere. The fact that they're still here today, that they tour, that they still look good, they still sound good, it says a lot about who they are. It says a lot about their strength. Now, think about their cultural influence. New Edition took what the Temptations did, the dance moves, the choreography, the smooth style, the suits, and they brought it to the 80s and 90s. They modernized it. They took classic R&B and made it cool again, made it hip hop for our generation. And look at their influence. Without New Edition, there is no Boyz II Men, no Jodeci, no NSYNC. Every boy band since then, they all studied New Edition. New Edition was more than a group. They were a movement. And now Boston gave them their flowers. New Edition Way, a street that celebrates their legacy, a street that says thank you. Thank you for the music. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for being the soundtrack to our youth. Thank you for inspiring generations. Bobby Brown said it best. New Edition Way is the way of life for us. And he was right. New Edition Way is a state of mind. It's about family. It's about brotherhood. It's about loyalty. And it's about legacy. They deserve this. They earned it. I grew up on New Edition. I remember Mr. Telephone Man. I remember when they broke up. I remember Bobby going solo. I remember BBD taking over the radio. I remember the reunion with Bad Boy Records. I remember watching them dance, learning the moves, singing their songs, living in their music. They were part of our lives, and they still are. New Edition is one of Black America's iconic groups, period. They gave us style, they gave us swagger, they gave us love songs, they gave us party anthems, and now they got a street in their honor, right where it all started. Roxbury, Massachusetts. New Edition Way. Salute New Edition. Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.